Hey everybody, Tommy here, Math Productions, back with episode 13 of our modded Starfield survival playthrough series. This is a fun episode. I know I've been having a couple fun episodes recently outside of the modded playthrough series, but they've been from inside like the boundaries of the modded playthrough series, just not following the story. That's why we're showing up in the bed right now. If you haven't seen already the mod review for the Luxury Homes Volume 1, I highly encourage you to, after this video, take a second to check that out. It's the first paid mod review that I've done on the channel, and it's really the only paid mod that I actually encourage anybody to potentially spend actual money on. It's fantastic though, it really, really is. But getting sidetracked here, that's why we started out at the bed. I cut the part where I ended that video on one of the actual luxury homes that we built for demonstration. All I did was run over to the lodge. I slept for 24 hours, and that's where we picked up this episode here. One thing I do want to show off, just real quick to note while it's being shown on screen, I have like 3 different ship manufacturer mods installed in my current load order, and I am so itching to show these off to you guys in full and to actually do a custom build and stop just roaming around in the frontier itself. I just don't have the credits for it, right? But this episode specifically, we're breaking off the action we've been doing slightly, at least our intention is, because the newest Starfield update just came out this week. And the biggest news from that update is the addition of land vehicles. It's awesome. The Rev-8 is what it's called. It's super, super cool. We're going to see that at the end of the video. Again, if you haven't seen the standalone video that I did showing off the Rev-8 on the day of its release, a lot of the footage is going to be familiar from that short video to what you're going to see later on in this video. But like, I had to do it, right? Like, I had to go see this land vehicle the second that we could. So we made our way from the lodge over to the ship technician, because that is how you get the land vehicle. You have to go to any ship technician at any city. We just happened to be here, so that's why we went here. But any ship technician at any of the major cities will be able to sell you a land vehicle. They're 25,000 credits. So that was my first bit of disappointment in this game session here, is I was so excited to just as quick as I could get the land vehicle purchased and test it out. And then, to my disappointment, I found out it was 25,000 credits, which we absolutely do not have. So that's going to be our main mission here. First is finding some credits, because we recently spent all our credits on the aluminum and the structural material for the Luxury Homes mod review. I wanted to be able to build a couple of them. Didn't end up even needing the structural material. That's what I kind of assumed it was going to use. But all of those models are just built using aluminum. But that's pretty much where all of my extra funds went. Getting ammo, getting a medical device, and getting some building materials. So we were left with basically no credits left. That 25,000 seemed like it was going to be a lot, but we got a plan. As you saw, the first thing I did was go into my 8 items, choose the Starfinance terminal, and from there I was able to apply for, get approved for a 10,000 credit loan. So that got us, what, like 35-40% of the way there. And there's 3 quests right here that you can actually, we could have started long ago in this playthrough. You can start them the second really that you get into New Atlantis. And I guess to be fair, we have already started one of these 3. It's with Sergeant Yumi at UC Security. He was already ready with another job for us, so when we touched base with him, we went ahead and took this side quest. It's an issue at the restaurant in the residential district between 2 parties. You talk to one of the parties involved, it gives you some sort of resolution. There's many options, that's why I said some sort of resolution. And then once you have the resolution because of your dialogue prompt and the results from what happened, you can take that all back to Sergeant Yumi, and that's going to be some of our credits. But when we picked up that quest, we also stopped over at the Viewport, that's the bar, and we spoke with the bartender, who actually has a package being held up by UC Security, and it's got ingredients in it that she needs for her specialty house drink that she's trying to get made and promoted out of the Viewport. The reason that I normally wait on this one, right? So because if you pick up this quest early, you can go to where the stuff is basically being held, and you can try to persuade a worker, if you will, that's standing outside of the holding place. And if you pass your persuasion check, attempt, whatever, then he actually unlocks it for you and lets you in to retrieve the needed ingredients, right? But if you fail that persuasion check, you're not left with a failed quest line. As long as you have already completed the first 2 quests for Sergeant Yumi. So again, that was picking up the package from Aegis or whatever, the defense department at Mast. Once you pick up that package and return it to Sergeant Yumi, wait a little bit, then you can do this restaurant quarrel. After you've completed both of those, if you let Sergeant Yumi know that you have a friend that's having some issues, he'll actually give you the security key card itself. So it's going to be kind of funny. I haven't even gone over this way at all yet in this playthrough, so I bet you it's going to start the dialogue automatically. Yeah, there we go. So see, he's telling me, dude, I can't be here, but dude, I just used a key to unlock this door, so I think I'm fine. There was even like 70 some extra credits for us. The game gods are smiling on us right now. Nice. But the third side quest I did for some extra credits to try to get us this land vehicle. If you talk to the dude that's hanging out at the mercantile building, he tells you he's an art dealer and that he needs a piece of artwork picked up from the Trade Authority down in the well. Trade Authority, as you may or may not know, is a legitimate business, may or may not deal in some illegitimate transactions. And you pick up this potentially illegitimate piece of artwork, and then you can deliver it back to the guy that's in the mercantile building. So with those 3 quests completed, with our loan from Starfinance, being able to sell just a handful of things at the terminal, we got it. We finally have the new Rev-8. Check this bad boy out. It is so much fun. Again, if you haven't checked out the standalone video, it's short, it's just a couple minutes. Just shows off the Rev-8 on the night that it was released. I was having tons of fun testing it out. It got a little reckless. You're going to see it here. It gets a little reckless. This is probably where I should have realized, like, driving into the city in a populated area, maybe not the best strat. I wanted to test its vertical ability. It got higher than I thought. That's where it went bad. This is where it all went south. So I realized real quick, yes, if you hit a civilian in the Rev-8, they will take damage. It will trigger a bounty. If you're around people that have guns and want to stop you, they're gonna shoot at you. So everything goes bad. If you take these Rev-8s into a settled area and your intention is not to become a bad guy almost immediately, then just keep the Rev-8 to the non-populated areas. That's probably your best strat, considering how dense most of the populated areas are. Also note on that, so I said in the other video it's head-on collision, that the player took collision damage, and maybe that's why I just took a death there. Maybe I was getting shot. I don't fully know. More testing is needed. And I hope y'all stick around for the next one.